Yo, what's good? If you've been here, you already know.
I'm so St. Louis.
And if not, welcome. So, I hope you are doing well. Thanks for watching this video. Today, I want to talk to you about everything you should know when it comes to publishing royalties and how to collect yours. This should be important to you. It's important to me. I don't know if it's important to you, but it definitely should be if you are a recording artist or a music producer. This should be important to you. And there's a lot of confusion about publishing, even songwriting royalties. But today I want to make sure that I sort of simplify the confusion around publishing royalties so that I can help you make sure you are going about thinking of it the right way. And so the first thing that you should know and understand is what a publishing royalty is. And basically it is a payment, much like a dividend that you receive from selling your works, whether it's a book, a song, or a script, etc., etc. The royalty is a percentage of the work's sale price and is usually paid to you in a lump sum, periodically, in most cases for the lifetime of that work that's been released. The more people who consume it, the more you'll be paid, aka the bigger them checks gonna be. Alright, so one of the dopest things about publishing too is that you can collect publishing royalties for songs, when it comes to the music side anyway, for songs or music that have already been distributed, or for music that hasn't even been distributed but you've synced it for TV shows, video games, or movies. You can even do mini sync licensing as well. Okay, so the next thing you need to know is who's responsible for collecting your publishing royalties once the work is done. You want to make sure you got all your ducks in a row when it comes to this though. And generally, this is done by a publishing company, which can be either you or your label if you are on one, even if it's an independent label. So depending on your agreements with the publishers, they may be collecting the royalties on your behalf. You might want to also check what the splits are supposed to be between you and your music producers as well. Some of the things that I want to mention you should have handy too during the process is like your licensing agreements for beats you may have used, because the splits can be something crazy or they can be reasonable, but you or your label need to know what the terms were or what you have agreed to, or even if you didn't read it, there is some type of agreement in place between you and the producer, or you, the producer, and the record company to make sure that publishing is properly divided up amongst you all. So once you know who's responsible, the next thing you want to make sure is that your works or your songs are registered. If you are the person who's doing this and it's for music, you need to make sure you join a music administration society like Songtrust. Tunecore also offers this, but Songtrust makes this a breeze, and they ask for a smaller percentage of the royalties that they help you to collect. I've experienced both, but I really love Songtrust because they really take the headache out of it. Like, their form is so much shorter than what you'll see at ASCAP or BMI.com when you're trying to register your songs through those websites, as opposed to doing it through Songtrust. The form is a lot shorter, plus they collect globally, and it's definitely worth the time and a headache that it'll save you versus doing this directly through your PRO website, like ASCAP or BMI. Another reason I recommend Songtrust personally is because they also collect for your YouTube plays or streams that may be accumulating on somebody else's video or even on your channel, even if it's not monetized. And so that's pretty dope to me with Songtrust. And if people are using your songs on YouTube, they make sure they collect on your behalf, even for those videos. That's pretty dope to me with Songtrust. And last but not least, you need to make sure that once your songs are out or whatever it is that has been synced, you check your Songtrust and your PRO accounts to make sure that you see something accumulating within like 3 to 6 months. That's usually when you can normally start seeing your royalties reporting on your accounts. You may not see this in your distribution account because most of the time songwriting royalties and mechanicals are being collected by the distribution. It's important because if you don't see anything accumulating, you might want to check the information that you've submitted for a certain work or a certain song. Make sure that you and your producers or your publishing company have agreed on the same terms, and that your submission actually went through properly with Songtrust, to make sure that you will properly be compensated for the work that you've been putting in on whatever musical works or compositions that you've put any kind of effort into, just to make sure you get paid properly, right? Because we know for the most part how to get paid for songwriting. We know how to collect our mechanical royalties, right? Okay, if you don't know, then I'll make sure I teach on that stuff. So leave a comment in the comment section below this video if you would like to learn more about how to collect more songwriting royalties, how to collect your mechanical royalties, and just different types of royalty options that you have to be able to collect and do different things with your music to collect more money for the work that you're already doing or the work that's already been done. And if you would like for me to walk you through this entire process, join my community at indieartistjourney.com. It's for producers and artists, and I'll show you on the screen exactly how to make sure that you are registering your songs properly, so you won't have any hiccups in the process of collecting your publishing royalties. But if you feel confident in just doing it yourself, you can definitely do that as well. All you need is a Songtrust account, or like I said, a Tunecore account. Hit the link in my description actually to save $10 off of your Songtrust membership. It's $100 usually, but with my code is $90, and you only pay that one time. You save the headache every single time that you need to register a song with Songtrust. So I highly recommend that if you have not been collecting your publishing royalties properly, or if you've been doing it the longer way or the harder way, filling out the long form that does all the splits details on your PRO company's website, BMI or ASCAP. So again, you can hit the link in the description to make sure you save some money when you register for Songtrust, and also save time and the headache and collect royalties from YouTube even if your particular channel has not been monetized yet. You can start registering your songs, whether they are new or old songs. You can submit those through Songtrust and make sure that you collect. I do believe that they collect publishing royalties retroactively for up to either 3 years or 5 years. So they will go back and make sure that they collect your old royalties if it's music that's already been put out, which is pretty dope. So I love what Songtrust is doing, and they're also super big on educating the artists, which I'm all for. And remember, if you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications. I'm also working on a new website, so look for that to come soon. And I'm also, I got a lot of stuff in the works, but it's almost done, and I'll be talking about that here on my channel soon. All right, I hope this helps. Peace.